Politics can make for some pretty ugly situations. It's all about power, and when people act out of greed, ambition, or desperation, it can get pretty ugly. Nonetheless, political scandals can impact everything from public confidence in government to the fate of an individual politician. Hey there everyone! Welcome back to another informative video on Primetime TV. Today, we're here to dive into some of the most disgusting American political scandals of all time. You've probably heard of some of these, but others may be new to you. We're going to look at what happened, why it was so awful, and the fallout from each scandal. We'll be discussing the top 5 of the most disgusting American political scandals, from Watergate to the Teapot Dome Scandal. So let's get started. Number 5. The case of Chappaquiddick tragedy. The incident of Chappaquiddick, as it would come to be known, was one of the most high-profile tragedies in American political history. On the night of July 18, 1969, Ted Kennedy, the youngest brother of President John F. Kennedy and Senator Robert F. Kennedy, was driving a car containing 28-year-old Mary Jo Kopechne when the car went off a small bridge to Chappaquiddick Island in Massachusetts. Kennedy claimed to have tried to rescue Kopechne, who was found the next morning trapped in the car and drowned, but some 10 hours passed before he reported the incident to the police. The tragedy and its aftermath had a profound effect on Kennedy's political career. The scandals surrounding the incident would haunt Kennedy for the rest of his life, however, never more than when he unsuccessfully challenged incumbent Jimmy Carter for the Democratic Party's 1980 presidential nomination. Number 4. The Watergate Scandal. The Watergate scandal of the early 1970s is an infamous and enduring example of the flaws and failures of American politics. It is the gold standard of political scandals because it showed the extent of corruption and abuse of power that had infiltrated the highest levels of government. It began with a break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Watergate complex in Washington, D.C. on June 17, 1972. 5 men were caught in the act, and this set off a chain of events that eventually brought down the Nixon administration. In the months that followed, reporters Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, with the assistance of the mysterious informant known as Deep Throat, uncovered a web of lies, cover-ups, and misdeeds that reached all the way to the Oval Office. The evidence was overwhelming and damning, and President Nixon was forced to resign on August 9, 1974. Number 3. The scandal involving credit cards. The Grant administration was rocked to its core by the Credit Mobilier scandal. This scandal involved the owners of the Union Pacific Railroad taking advantage of government-granted land, stocks, and bonds to line their own pockets. Through the use of a small investment firm, Credit Mobilier of America, these owners were able to make a profit of between $33 and $50 million. To ensure that their activities would not be investigated by Congress, Oaks Ames, one of the creators of Credit Mobilier, distributed stock to some 20 of his congressional colleagues, as well as to Vice President Schuyler Colfax. When the scandal was exposed, Ames and Representative James Brooks of New York, who had served as government director of the Union Pacific, were both censured. However, the roles of other prominent Union Pacific stockholders, including Colfax and future President James A. Garfield, were brushed under the rug. Number 2. The Teapot Dome Scandal. Though President Warren G. Harding was a popular figure, his legacy was somewhat tarnished by the scandals of his friends and cabinet members, some of which were of his own doing. Harding, who had been a senator of Ohio before becoming president, was known for surrounding himself with friends from the state. Unfortunately, these friends were known as the Ohio Gang and would become involved in a series of scandals. The most well-known scandal, however, was the Teapot Dome Scandal, engineered by Secretary of the Interior Albert B. Fall. Fall illegally leased the government-controlled Elk Hills and Teapot Dome reserves to oil tycoon Edward L. Doheny and Harry F. Sinclair, respectively, without seeking competitive bids. It was later revealed that Fall had received payments and loans of up to $400,000 as a bribe for the leases. Though Harding was never personally implicated in the scandal, the stress associated with it took a toll on his health, and he died in office. Number 1. The affair between Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton. The political drama surrounding United States President Bill Clinton and the Whitewater investigation was one of the most captivating affairs in American history. It was a story of power, corruption, and deceit that captivated the nation for 8 months in 1998. Kenneth W. Starr, the independent counsel for the investigation, learned that Clinton had been involved in a sexual relationship with a White House intern, Monica Lewinsky. The news quickly spread, and the media went into a frenzy. Clinton vehemently denied having had sex with Lewinsky, while the country waited with bated breath. But when DNA evidence surfaced that proved the affair, Clinton was forced to admit to the relationship with Lewinsky. Still, he denied lying under oath, using an interesting turn of phrase to defend himself. The House of Representatives proceeded to impeach Clinton on the grounds of perjury and obstruction of justice in December 1998. But the Senate acquitted him in January 1999, allowing him to remain in office. From the misuse of public funds to the cover-up of illegal activities, these 5 most disgusting American political scandals certainly left the public with a bad taste in their mouths. If you found today's video informative, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to never miss any updates from us. Thanks for watching.